Okay, sounds good. So, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today to celebrate our interns, our organizers, and everyone here. My name is Tanika, and I will be your MC along with Kevin.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Chen. Again, thank you for being here and showing us your support this afternoon. Apapa 2021 graduation begins now.
Thank you, Kevin. So, as many of you may know, APAPA, also known as Asian Pacific Islander American Public Affairs, is a nonprofit and nonpartisan organization with diverse membership representing all communities throughout the nation.
This summer, the organization planned their annual internship, connecting local high school students to public officials around the country.
To kick off this program, an orientation was held during the summer to share insight on the internship and provide assistance in regards to timesheets and intern scheduling. Interns were exposed to these new elements of the internship, making sure that we were ready for the weeks to come.
Prior to our internship, Apapa hosted an anti-AAPI hate rally regarding support in a growing issue. Interns or organizers alike came together to help facilitate the event, which happened to be a great success. Following this rally, the individual internships began at the beginning of summer.
Before we get a look at the rally video, the 2021 APAPA interns want to show our gratitude to Miss Peggy Chow, Mr. Marvin Wong, Mr. Henry Yin, and all of our behind the scenes advisors because we truly appreciate your help and guidance this summer.
Yes, thank you for all your support. With that said, let us start off our 2021 graduation with a snippet from a rally video made by Peggy Cho. Whoever will be presenting this video, feel free to start the screen sharing now.
Remember the victims. Not only the suffering, the pain, the fear, but also the chance to unite and healing's about to come.
Ho! Asian hair has got to go! Hey! Hey! Ho! Ho! Asian hair has got to go! Hey! Hey! Ho! Ho! Asian hair has got to go! Hey! Hey! Ho! Ho! Asian hair has got to go!
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Yang, for being our MC. Welcome all to the wonderful city of Fremont. Say, great Fremont! Go Fremont! The first Chinese arrived in America in the 1820s. So we've been here 200 years. Think about that, 200 years. By 1880, Asian American was 10% of California's population. But because of the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, the population dwindled until the immigration laws. And we will no longer take anything less. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Thank you to all of our brothers and sisters and our neighbors who have come together today to unite and to share our hopes. We were talking earlier, defend and protect all those who cannot protect themselves because we have to stand up as our neighbors and do so. So thank you for coming today. I'm delighted to see the turnout. We want more people to step forward and to not be a bystander, be an upstander, and take action today.
The Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to Asian Pacific Islander American Public Affairs, Bay Area region, to Mr. Henry G.
Your cohorts, Marvin and Peggy, thank you very much for organizing a wonderful event. I'm proud to stand with all of you today in solidarity against racism, violence, and hate crimes that are being committed here in California and across the nation. We're not tolerate hate. So thank you all for coming out today, making it such an successful event, and standing united against all these hateful crimes.
It's really great to see so many people out here standing in solidarity against Asian hatred. I'm really heartened, especially by the allies outside of the Asian American community who are standing with us, because it will take a concerted effort together to confront this racism that has existed, unfortunately, since the days that Asian Americans arrived on the shore. People are given opportunities to get better and make sure that we are not repeating the same systems of racism that held us back ever since the railroad days, ever since the gold rush days, and even since the internment camp days, because we are never, ever going back to those days. And under our leadership together as a community, we'll be able to fight that hatred one after another. So thank you so much for rallying today.
Do you know what time it is? It is time to be united against hate. This is why we're here, right? Against hate. So let's all be drum majors to work in our community together. We're here to serve. We're here to work. We're here to make us all a wonderful, a safe, peace-loving community. Do I have all your support? Let's do it.
Here, I honestly, I came by to support. I didn't expect to stand up here and speak to all of you, but I am really honored to be here and stand with so many elected officials from our city, from our county, from our state, from our federal government, to show our support for all of you and for anyone who is a victim. But this is our motto, Fremont Strong. And we are stronger together when we stand together against hate, against anybody. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you all for coming this morning to stand united with us against racism. Asian Americans have been watching something spreading even more faster than COVID-19. Widespread hate and discrimination against members of our community. It's been hard. We shall not remain silent because we belong. Yes, thank you so much.
I'm the chair of Human Relations Commission City of Fremont. That's my fellow commissioner, Tejinder Dami. We love being the messengers of transition. We love being part of a transition. And you please come visit us in the HRC. Anytime you see, please report, send an email, and we will definitely take action on it. Thank you so much.
This is extremely important. This is how change happens. And like I was introduced, I appreciate that. I am going to be the incoming police chief in a couple of months. And it gives me great honor. They shall not remain silent because you do belong. We all belong. Thank you.
For that introduction. Over the past year, we watched as the Asian American community became a scapegoat for the coronavirus. Fear and confusion offered us up as easy targets. And despite the term Chinese virus, I recognize that it's just another stereotype, rooted in an ugly history of racial and cultural derision. It comes roaring back at a time of social crisis to remark Asian Americans as perpetual foreigners. In such an environment, it's easy to forget that Asian Americans requires everyone's effort to ensure. We must take ownership and responsibility to define for ourselves what types of changes we want to attain, to move to our rightful place as central contributors to America. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for being here.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emma. I'm a 10-year-old Asian American girl, and I am scared. When my hate crime is a crime on three: the victim, the race of the victim, and what I'd like to emphasize today, the American value. In America, we don't treat people differently because they're older, weaker, or look different. This is a land of equality and justice for all. Racism is a disease that is un-American. Please, let's work together to stop Asian hate. Let's work together to stop all hate.
My name is Mahama, and it's a genuine honor to be here today. I look around and I wish there were more Black people, and I know that in spirit, we are here with you. So let's take the courage to speak up against people who are verbally or physically abused. And as an active ally, I want to encourage you as you look outside from today to reach out to somebody who is not like you, because together we will defeat hate, and with love, we will unlock the best in all of humanity. Thank you so much.
In the universe, I'm asking you to make a dent in the universe. Thank you.
Stop Asian hate! Stop Asian hate! Stop Asian hate!
Okay, thank you for all of the intrinsic health. Without them, we cannot have a successful rally event in May. Thank you.
Nika?
Yes, thank you for the empowering video, and this would make a great segue to hear the national anthem presented by Peter Cao. Peter Cao is the past president of Silicon Valley Hua Ren Rotaries Club. So take it away. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, my name is Peter Crow. It's a great honor to be here today, and congratulations to all the graduating class of summer 2021. And a long time ago, someone told me that if you give someone a fish, you feed them for a day. If you teach them how to fish, you feed them a lifetime. But the third and most important point I hope you will learn today is that if you teach someone how to teach fishing, you will change the world. And I'm really glad that Papa is taking that role of teaching someone how to teach fishing. So again, thank you for what you do, and congratulations to all the students. If you can either stand or put your right hand over your heart as I play the national anthem.
Wow. Wow, that's really good. Thank you so much for that wonderful performance. And now let's hear some remarks from Mr. Marvin Wong. Take it away, please.
Hello, interns, mentors, parents, guardians, guests, and guest speakers. Welcome to the 2021 APAPA Summer Internship Program graduation ceremony. My name is Marvin Wong, and I am the chair of the Greater Fremont chapter. It is my pleasure to be with you today, even virtually. And it is my wish that you and your family are both healthy and safe. Even though there have been some challenges for all of us during this pandemic, you've been able to overcome and complete the internship program. I congratulate you for your achievements. It is essential that you celebrate your accomplishments with your family and fellow interns. And it is also a reminder to exchange gratitude with the mentors along with their staff, because it is the only form of payment they're going to receive for their time and knowledge that you take away from this experience. Today, you join hundreds of other interns in completing the internship program before you. Our goal and hope is that you have a better understanding about the difference between being a resident of a community and being a citizen of a community. And now that you have a broader understanding of the mission statement of APAPA, to empower Asian and Pacific Islander Americans through education, leadership, active participation in civic and public affairs. Today we are fortunate to have a number of speakers who are currently engaged in education, leadership, and active participation in civic and public affairs through their daily activities. I'd like to thank you, the graduates of the internship program of 2021. Back to you, Kevin and Tanika.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wong. I think I can speak for all of us that we are extremely excited for this ceremony today, and that we are eagerly to see the future of this internship.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. Now let's give it up for our next segment this afternoon. So let's welcome Mr. Henry Yin, President of APAPA Bay Area Region, Hung Wei, Council Member of City of Cupertino, and Teresa Kang, the Council Member of Fremont City.
So, am I the first one?
You could go first if you like.
Well, thank you. Actually, it's definitely my pleasure to be part of this very exciting ceremony. I certainly want to offer my congratulations to all of you for accomplishing this one time in your lifetime. I'd like to give a special credit to Kevin and Tanika for volunteering as the MC. You realize how to stand up and take extra responsibility when opportunity arises. Now, remember during the beginning of this program and interview, I specifically asked questions to all of you, the interns, applicants. What will be the difference between manager and the leaders? Now, obviously, you're now going through this 100-hour or more services. You are a stronger leader from now on. And one of the key characters of being a leader is to commit yourself to so-called social responsibility. So you're no longer just one individual by yourself. You're part of a community. And of course, the community can be defined from yourself, your family, your school, your workplace, the city you live, even to the entire nation. And the social responsibility is more than just caring, but also showing with the action that anything involved with the community. Now, of course, with the beautiful American system here, that we have the democratic system, therefore the civic duties and engagement will be definitely inevitable. Now today, all of you have been given this opportunity in this summer by our papas, and Mr. Marvin Wong just mentioned about the mission statement. And I really want you to remember every single keyword of this mission statement by a whole bunch of volunteers, by the thousands in the last 20 years. They're trying to really empower API Americans in the civic and the public sphere. Now, obviously, summer internship, the program you've been gone through, happened to be one of the key programs with APAPA. So I would urge you to continue your cares, your participation, your engagement, with the actions. And not only you can continuously empower yourself in the community you involve, but also to influence others so that they will also make the differences. Now, special thanks to Marvin Wong, and particularly to Peggy Chu, who puts most of the efforts making this great learning opportunity to all of you. Again, I will hope that we'll see you again later in any other civic engagement program, and good luck to you.
Thank you for your speech, Henry. Next up, we have Heng Wei, to give her speech.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. And I'm Heng Wei, Cupertino City Council. This is my first time having interns. And I must say, I want to thank APAPA for providing this opportunity, actually for me to participate in your internship program. I have learned from the two young persons who are my interns, Jack Chen and Rachel Zhang. They are self-motivated and they actually seek out opportunities because Cupertino City was in recess when they just joined the internship program. And also with COVID, the City Hall is not open. So what I work with them is project-based. I've asked Rachel to work with an issue that Cupertino City is working with, the Historical Society of Cupertino, and what's the relationships, where does it come from, where should the city support it, how should we support it? So I gave her the project and she took it in her hands and interviewed, met with the members, board members of the Cupertino Historic Society, and toured the questions of properties and asset, and then took in her hand, and she is going to write up a recommendation to the city of Cupertino of how we should work with the Cupertino Historic Society as a city. And as for Jack, he has a passion for clean energy. So I worked with him and introduced him to Silicon Valley Clean Energy, and he interviewed the CEOs, and he interviewed with the project, and he is going to work with our Sustainability Commission and come up with a suggestion, a proposal for Cupertino City. So these are two young men and women who took these initiatives into their hands and did the research and are going to come up with real proposals for the city of Cupertino. So I'm really proud of their accomplishment. And I must say they push me to work harder too, because they'll constantly ask me, Councilmember Wei, are there any more things I can do? So actually I want to really take a shout out to them. Both of them attended our Ring for Peace activity at Memorial Park hosted by our Toyokawa Cupertino Sister Cities, and wrote an article that's published in San Jose Mercury and in a local Cupertino Courier. So thank you so much. And the sister cities are so appreciative for their initiative. They edited the whole video. So really, we are, we're so proud of them. And then we are actually learning from them. And I'm hoping all the young men and women that APAPA supports to be part of the civic engagement brings these initiatives into their life, into college, into their career, and always be part of the community. Pay attention to what's happening to them. So what I told both Rachel and Jack is, whatever the city council decide now is for the next 10 to 20 years, and that is their life. They need to be part of it. So I understand that they have not completed 100 hours, but I consider them graduates of this program because the initiative they take and the contributions they have already made and will be making. And also they are continuing the housing element, which is a major process for Cupertino, the city of Cupertino. They are going to be fully engaged in it from start to beginning. And I'm going to invite them to all the community outreach, and they're going to do their due research and be part of building Cupertino for the next 10 years. So they are continuing to be part of the city internship program. And I understand Jack is staying for 12th grade in Cupertino, and even though Rachel is going to college, but she will be here until the end of September. And even in college with Zooming, she can continue to be part of Cupertino and be part of building Cupertino the future. So I really appreciate both of them. And this is my first experience, and I've learned a lot myself too. And I'm hoping that in the future, I can work with more interns and, inspire their interest, and also, bring them along so that they always be a part of being a responsible citizen to build up the future for themselves and for the next generations to come. So thank you very much, Apapa, for providing me with this opportunity. And thank for Jack and Rachel for also being my mentor.
Thank you so much, Hongwei, for your speech. And next up, we would have Teresa King giving her speech.
Sure. Hello, everyone. Yeah, so it was really a pleasure to again host a couple of the interns from APAPA this summer. So I had Ryan Chang and Samuel Ma, and actually a few others from the city that when we first started, we were doing like a graffiti removal volunteering job. And I started posting, what we're doing on Facebook. And I just started to get emails and phone calls from other students wanting to join us. So I think together we had almost 10 interns at one time, yeah. So it was great that, many of these young people, they have the heart to be involved in their community, to learn about, the social causes. And so, we had quite a few discussions throughout the summer. We talked about, the systemic racism. We talked about, what's happening at their schools, even, going back to like sexual education, which was a controversial subject, and different things like housing, insecurity and homelessness. And so I had the interns, they kind of had discussions among themselves. They did research among themselves, and we visited some affordable housing projects and different places in the city fire department. So it was really fun. I hope the interns had fun, and I just encourage them to continue to being engaged in your community and continue to have this interest to serve the community. I think it's really important for for the young generation to learn how to be involved. And I'm great that I'm so glad that you guys are starting at a young age. So I wish you the best in this next coming year. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. I think we learned a lot from each of the organizing presentations. So before we go on to our next segment, which is the keynote speaker, we do want to take a group picture. So if everyone could turn on your camera, that'd be very much appreciated. So we'll just give you a minute or two to just get yourself ready. Okay, great. Thank you so much. If anyone else wants to turn their camera on, feel free to do so. And I will be taking a picture. If anyone else wants to take a picture from the organizing team, we'll do that as well. So let's take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. I got some pictures. that I'll be willing to share later on.
All right, thank you so much. Let's proceed. All right. Well, okay, so thank you so much. Let's give another round of applause to our amazing mentors at our placement offices. And we really thank you a lot, and we truly appreciate your guidance this summer. Thank you all for providing us opportunity to participate in public offices and to work on interesting projects despite the pandemic.
Yes, thank you so much. Next up, we have our keynote speaker, Yang Xiao, Vice Mayor of Fremont City, with her next presentation.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to apologize that I'm in the middle of another event, which is the appreciation of the Muslim month, the month of August for all the Californians. As you can see, each and every ethnic groups are trying to do their best to honor their ethnic background, cultural background, and their contribution to our society. As a Papa, I'm so proud to be a member of a Papa. And at the beginning of this program, you all saw the video of what happened in that event that Papa organized in the city of Fremont. And on that day, I was one of the MCs, so you didn't see me much in that video, but I was also honored to be part of this effort to promote awareness to the current anti-Asian hate. And I believe that through that event and through all the other subsequent events, citywide or nationwide, the Asian community really gained a lot of support from all walks of life in this country. Today, I'm very glad and proud of all the graduates in our intern program, and I'm really proud of your achievement this summer. I would like to give you some words of encouragement. When I graduated from Harvard University 25 years ago, one of the places I visited before I left the university was a gate in Harvard Yard. As you know, Harvard Yard is where all the freshmen live and study, and there are many gates leading to outside the campus. One of the gates leading to Massachusetts Avenue and Harvard Square is called Dexter Gate. You can Google it up afterwards to know more about the history. What really attracted my attention was what's written on top of the gate. When you walk from Massachusetts Avenue into Harvard Yard, you see the inscription that says, "Enter to grow in wisdom." And when you walk in the opposite direction, which is when you walk from Harvard Yard to Massachusetts Avenue, then the inscription says, "Depart to serve better thy people and thy country." I believe this also applies to all the interns graduating today. Sure, I'm glad that many of you really benefited a lot by participating in local government activities, as well as Papa-sponsored activities, to know more about the civic engagement and know more about the contribution to the society by our Asian community. That is certainly something worth to be commended. However, today is only the start for all of you. Graduation means a door to the future, to more of your activities in the society in promoting the well-being and the benefits of all of the people, including the Asian community members. And the eventual goal is to serve better thy people and thy country. That's why I believe APAPA is just one of the best organizations to cultivate young talents for their passions to dedicate their future career and life to the well-being of all humankind. Sure, APAPA will try to not only protect our rights as Asian Americans, but also try to encourage Asian voters to engage in local politics and nationwide elections and so on. But the eventual goal for all of us is to serve each and every member of our community and our country, because all men are created equal. And while we fight against any discrimination or even violence against the Asian community, we also try to ask other peoples to join us and fight against any forms of discriminations. Therefore, over here, I would like to also caution you that while we try to promote the awareness of the violence against Asian communities, there are a lot of invisible and subtle discriminations against Asians, some even systematically from different levels of the government. For example, you might have heard, oh, there are too many Asians in college. We may need to give chances to other people. For example, we also heard, oh, basically, Asians are the people that enjoy certain privilege, just like white people enjoy white supremacy. Therefore, Asian are the successful people, but they also are part of the systematic oppression. I want to caution you about that, because that's what's going on in the so-called critical racial theory education on all high school and college campuses. This is certainly a smear on the hardworking Asian community. We do not enjoy any Asian privilege. We do not try to become any accomplice in the so-called systematic oppression of colored people. We are colored people, and we, just like anyone else, deserve the equal opportunity for education and employment, and we also proudly make our part of the contribution to the society. Therefore, in the future, when you use what you have learned in this summer internship to better your future education and even your future career in all areas, don't forget, after all, we fight for the rights of all individuals. And we fight sometimes in a group, for example, or under certain organizations, such as APAPA, but eventually we will use what we learn from the summer to become a better servant to our local community and our local society. So once again, I wish you all the best of luck in the future, and I expect that this is not the last time I meet all of you, and we'll continue to work together wherever you are, and perhaps continue to under APAPA, we will continue to make our own contributions. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you so much, for your amazing, empowering presentation. And now we have one parent representative who wants to give a small speech. So let's introduce Chung Chi Ma, Samuel's father. Or I think he wants to give a few minutes of like a small presentation or something.
Hello. I didn't know. Hi, Kevin. I didn't know I need to make a speech. I guess nobody. Hi, this is Chun Chi. I'm Samuel's father. And I didn't know. I didn't get an email that I supposed to make a speech. So.
I think I don't know. Like Henry and Peggy told me that you would want to give a few minutes.
I can give brief remarks to congratulations to all students.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I apologize, but I didn't know that because I mean beforehand I should have probably prepared, but I didn't know that I supposed to give a speech. I only know that I guess we joined in for this celebration, and I asked Samuel for the link because I didn't get it on my email. So so I apologize if there's some confusion, but I really, as on behalf of the parent of all the kids here, we are very grateful for Papa for giving our kid this kind of opportunity for them to learn. And basically in the real world environment, and actually they can appreciate in terms of like some of the challenges you faces by going to work in a day-to-day environment. So actually, like for example, my son worked in 2 places during this summer. I think he found both places interesting and challenging. And one is a tax assessor office for the in Alameda, so basically in Oakland. So we had to basically show him how to take the bar to go there, because the first time we actually took him there and then come back and then pick him up once he finished. That's a pretty time-consuming drive for us, and also we from time to time could run into some sort of a traffic jam. So the best way would be utilize the public transportation, and we show him how to do it. And so the second time he started using the bar and go back and forth. And then also he helped out council member Teresa Khan's office as well. And so that's the second position he has. And I think he enjoyed that very much also. And so he told me he really had a great time at both places. And actually, like the assessor office where he spent most of the time, they kind of have a little bit emotional, got into a little bit emotional when it's time to say goodbye. So when he had to say goodbye to his mentor, you know, it's a little bit emotional at that time, and he told me about it after he got back. And they said, hey, you know, anytime if you want to come back, and you're welcome to be back. And we got the letter from Fong La, the assessor, and so we really appreciate this kind of opportunity, and for Papa and all the people involved, like Maggie and all the people involved, that the Peggy and Marvin, and they spent a lot of time on this project, and really grateful to see that that it's been successfully completed. And as a parent, I just want to say that we're really grateful for such an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ma, for your amazing speech. I guess next up, Anika will say something.
Yes, thank you so much for your presentation. Now let's go into our next segment. Our next segment is from Aiden's son, a fellow Apapa intern, for his internship presentation about our summer internship this summer. So whoever's screen sharing, please do so now.
I think I will share for Aiden. Aiden, are you going to present or should I substitute for you?
You might as well substitute for me.
Oh, okay. All right, so thank you guys, all the interns for coming to this graduation ceremony. Also, thank you for all the Papa faculties, and also thank you for our parents. And so, yeah, welcome to the Papa 2021 graduation ceremony. And in this presentation, I'm just going to show you guys who's in this program and yeah. All right, so first we have Angela Zhou. She's from Limbrook High, a senior, and she's working under Otto Lee. And Clement Wu in Mission San Jose High School, senior as well, who's working in the Bay Area Community Health, also called BASH. And Jack Zhang, I think that's BASIS or something, but BISV, a senior, and he is working under Hung Wei. And yeah, that's me. I'm from Henry M. Gunn High School, and I'm also a senior. I'm working under Henry Yin. And this is Tanika, our MC today, and she's from Limbrook High School. She's a junior working under Otto Lee. Raymond Wong, he's from California High School. I never heard of that, but he's a senior and he's working under Alameda County Assessor's Office. Aiden Sun, the creator of this presentation, he's also working in studying in BISV. He's a senior working under Alex Lee. And Samuel Ma, Irvington High School, he's a junior working in Alameda County Assessor's Office. Sonia Chang, she's the president of this Apapa interns. And she's from UC Berkeley, sophomore, and working also under Henry Yin. This is Ryan Chang, Irvington High School. He's a junior, working for Teresa King. This is Rachel Zhang, studying at UCSB. She's just beginning as a freshman. She's also working under Heng Wei. This is Xiang Lin. He is working under David Halbert, and I guess there's not a lot of information for him. And I think that's everyone. Cool. Let's see.
So thank you, Aiden, for putting together this presentation and highlighting a lot of our key moments that Kevin mentioned along the way. It was really amazing to see the journey of each intern. And it was a beautiful presentation. So with that in mind, let's jump into our next part of the program, which is intern remarks.
So now let's
So actually the intern remark will happen with the certificate award. So we would have Peggy that share screen on the certificate award, and after for each award she presents, we would each intern of that slide would give their short 1 to 2 minute speech about their experience at this program and what did they do in this program. Okay, so first up, we will have Tanika Ambishalevan, who has completed 77.25 hours at the Apapa internship this year, and let's hear from what she has done.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I know that at the beginning we had the interview, and it was a really great experience to learn about the Apapa internship program, and I got super excited about it this summer, and I had a great time working for Mr. Otto Lee, and I was able to go to a lot of different locations with Mr. Lee and Angela, the other intern. We went to the birthday party together. It was a great experience, and I met a lot of new people, learned a lot about the city and the state, and I'm super grateful for this experience. So thank you so much for the APAPA organization for granting that to me, and I hope to help out in any way I can in the future.
Okay, thank you so much, Kanika. Next up, we have Seikai Chan, also known as Kevin, which is me. And yes, I have completed 100 hours, I guess, on here for the Papa Summer Internship Program. And cool, I guess I will start my speech. So let me introduce myself again. Hi, my name is Kevin, and I'm the Vice President of the Papa GFC interns this summer and your MC today. For this internship project, I work for Henry Inn as this role for the California Commissioner for Economic Development. And in this program, I work on a project that evaluates current water resources chance and its influence on economic development in California. And my target was to develop a computational prediction on the differences between the supply and demand of water resources. And I would evaluate the impact of this difference on the California economy and also provide possible solutions to limit or avoid a negative impact. And I started this project by researching the supply and demand of water resources in California and look at the current trend and understood their importance to conclude their impacts. I also researched for possible solutions to reduce the negative impact of this current trend. And in the end, I am still organizing my results and presenting them in a presentation format. And I am really grateful for having been inside this internship program. I would also like to give a huge thank to Henry Inn and all the Papa staff for making this possible for me. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Ryan Chang, who has completed 100 hours of the Papa program.
Hi, thank you so much for this opportunity today. And I am so lucky to have interned for Fremont District 1 Council Member Teresa Kang. And through this internship, I was not only able to learn about my city's government, but also meet new public officials and also interact with members of my community. And over the summer, I worked both at home to research policy initiatives, such as those that aim to tackle homelessness and also those that promote diversity. And I was also very lucky to be out in the community and touring affordable housing properties, going with walks with other public officials in Ardenwood and participating in public service projects such as cleanup graffiti and also collecting donations for our homeless neighbors. Going forward, I am inspired to continue to be involved in my community because I now see the impact that every person can make around them. There's definitely no shortage of work to do around here. Like I know Ms. Kang is running for state assembly and I would be so happy to volunteer, and I know for sure that I will continue to seek out opportunities to engage in the world around me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we have Rachel Chang, who has completed 67.5 hours in the summer program.
Hello. I just want to say I'm very grateful to have been working with Councilmember Hung Wei this summer. Like she said during her speech, during these months, I've been introduced to so many passionate individuals varying across different careers and focuses through attending events and tuning into council meetings. I also had the honor of writing a research proposal in which I learned so much about the nonprofit, how nonprofit work operates, budget, and impact the city while taking a tour at one of the buildings they owned. Additionally, I had a great time attending city events such as the Sister City Bell Ringing Ceremony, where my co-intern and I had the opportunity to write a news article. Working in such a cultural and supportive environment really taught me so much of what goes on behind the scenes of how a city runs, how people solve city-wide issues, and what current initiatives they're taking currently. Overall, I'm extremely thankful for Councilmember Wei and APAPA organizers for giving me such a fulfilling opportunity. Thank you.
Next, we have Angela Zhao, who has completed 100.5 hours in this summer.
Hello.
So like Tanika, I worked under Supervisor Otto Lee from Santa Clara County, and I'm really grateful to this program and to him and Tanika and also all of his staff for giving me this opportunity to learn so much. For me, the program was more of an exploration instead of a specific project. So I got to look into different news updates and research different aspects of both local government and social issues. And each week I was able to discuss these topics with my mentor and my fellow intern, Tanika. And I think I really got a better understanding of the world around me. I went on tours of a supportive interim housing site. I also helped at Mr. Lee's birthday party and met a lot of important political figures. I really got to explore different aspects of public affairs. And throughout this process, I also got quite interested in COVID-19 updates, and I was able to look at the other COVID-19 dashboards from counties in our state and compile a short proposal for including school cases on a dashboard in our county. So I feel like this program was very productive, and I really do feel that I learned a lot and can use my knowledge in the future as well. Thank you.
Cool. Next up, we have Sean Lee, who has completed 102.5 hours in the summer program.
Sean here.
Oh, he's not here, and I think, yeah, cool. Next, we have Samuel Ma, who has completed 95 hours for this Apapa summer internship program. Let's give it away.
Okay. So I worked with both the Alameda County Assessor's Office and Fremont City Councilwoman, Mrs. Kang, throughout the internship. And I'm glad to have been granted this opportunity by Papa, and I feel like I really enjoyed the experience a lot. And one thing I really liked was how I was able to experience all three facets of working. I was able to work in person at an office. I was able to go to events in the community with Mrs. Teresa, and also work on my own virtually on research projects and stuff. So I had a lot of fun. I worked alongside fellow interns Raymond Wang at the assessors and Ryan Cheng with Mrs. Teresa. I worked on projects I enjoyed a lot, and I feel like I was making a difference, especially at the assessor's office of Mrs. Teresa. I also attended multiple networking and speech events that the assessors hosted, so I was able to learn some career skills from there. And with Mrs. Teresa, I attended civic engagement events, and I worked on a homelessness research project, Fremont. And like I said, I'm really grateful to have been given this opportunity, and I look forward to pursuing similar opportunities like this in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Next up, we have Aiden Swin, who has completed 72.5 hours in this summer program.
Oh, hi, everyone. I'm Aiden, and over the summer, I worked with State Assembly member Alex Lee of District 25. That's mainly in Milpitas and parts of Fremont. I'm glad I got to meet a whole set of new people who work in the district office and in the Capitol office. I did not get to go to Sacramento, much to my chagrin, but I didn't set off with a specific goal in mind, so I think I just took home whatever I could. I feel like I gained a lot from this experience, not only in terms of dealing with difficult people, such as when I have to respond to constituents, but also in meeting people who are, my supervisor, which was very fun. I was handed a veritable smorgasbord of assignments, such as data entry, contacting restaurants about bills that concern them, researching bills, and listening in on what the San Jose City Council was proposing. And I think I got a chance to understand how state government works, which, well, it sort of does. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Aiden. Next up, we have Raymond Wang, who has completed 80 hours for the this summer program. And I believe that he's not here today, so Peggy would present a video for him.
Yes, Raymond is not here, but he sent a video, so let me play it.
Hi, I'm Raymond, and I interned at the Alameda County Assessor's Office.
I found my internship there to not only be insightful, but also very enjoyable. At this internship, I just felt more prepared to just simply talk to people since it really honed in on my public speaking skills. Another thing that it really helped me improve on was my productivity. I feel like productivity is something that everybody struggles with since everybody just needs to take a break from work every now and then. But now I feel like I can work for longer periods of time. My experience there was also really fun and it felt impactful, which really helped with my work. My supervisors were also very nice to me, and they would often share their personal experiences and stories with me that helped teach me lessons before I did something not very smart. This internship, specifically at the assessor's office, also taught me a lot about property taxes and what I should do from an economic standpoint. Sometimes we would go out for events as well, which turned out to be really fun and useful for me, since not only would I be getting office experience, but I would also be getting field experience. If I were to look back at my decision with the assessor's office, I definitely would not change my choice.
Cool. Thank you for Raymond's video. Next up, we have Clement Wu, who has completed an amazing 116-hour of the PAPA program this summer.
Hi, everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear me too well because
yes, we can hear you.
I'm not at home right now. I'll try my best. But so I interned at PAPA, and I'm Barrier Community Health, which is BOC for short, and I interned under Dr. Sunny Page. When I was interning under him, because I thought it was pretty interesting because you never think of health as something maybe political, but if it's like community health, I learned like a lot about the big picture, which was really helpful. During the internship, I attended many meetings, which I got to see like a chaotic mess of just everyone just talking and coming to conclusions maybe. So I thought it was pretty interesting. And I also got to see how each see how every community within Fremont interacted, and that was pretty interesting too. And also learning about what the government does to support to maybe those who don't have access to maybe private healthcare. That was very interesting as well.
Thank you, Clement. Next up, we have Jack Sang, who has completed 77 hours this summer at the PAPA program.
Yeah, so I guess I'll be echoing a lot of what everyone before me has said. Through this internship, I've learned a lot about the civic engagement process and how our government works, especially at a very local city level. Something about local politics that has really stood out to me compared to what we see on TV with national politics is that every single decision is much more rooted into something that can actually impact people. So each time I attended an event, attended a meeting or wrote on something, I felt that it was a lot more impactful because I was able to meet the immediate people who would benefit from that. And I think Councilmember Hung Wei has done a really good job as well earlier of explaining what we did at the city level. So I'm just incredibly grateful for all the support we got from her. Each time Rachel and I went out to find some new obscure project to do, she was with us at every single step, supporting us. So I'm just incredibly grateful for that. And I'm incredibly thankful for APAPA for connecting us with her. And it was overall just a really great learning experience.
Thank you so much, Jack Sang. And I think that concludes our certificate award ceremony. And next,
so congratulations for all of students. So once students finish the 100 hours, our target, then of students now they can get our certificate, and they can get a 500 stipend. Or some students say they need a 1 hour instead of the scholarship. So if they want to, want to have the President, we will provide the President 1 award opportunity for them too. For the President 1 award, we will apply the certificate. The certificate have our President Biden's signature here. And besides the certificate for the volunteer award, they included, they will have Biden's letter and the medal and the pin together for one pack. So this year's we let students choose. They can either get stipend, 500 stipend, or President Volunteer Award. Okay.
Thank you so much, Peggy. Okay, so yeah, I want to second to what everyone has said. It was an amazing experience, one I will remember for the rest of my life as well.
So yeah, so the last, I would like to congratulations on all of interns. Yeah, I think you need to proud by yourself because you are selected from 28 candidates from our 5 interview. Although it is still during the pandemic, but many internship activities have been postponed or canceled due to the COVID. But we still have many students successfully complete the 100 hours in this summer. So you should be proud of yourself and you are the best. For those who can complete the schedules, we understand it's special time. So we also specially extend this year internship program to end of September. So here I wish all students can successfully complete this year's internship program by end of September. Although this is summer internship program, we look forward to you all year round learning. So in the future, if there are other activities, I hope everyone can continue to support and participate. And we will also provide community service hours to you. So finally, I hope everyone can continue to come back in our summer internship program next year.
Anika?
Yes, thank you so much for the closing remark on our program. This concludes the 2021 APAPA internship graduation, and we want to thank everyone for being here today.
So I think, Soya is our president. Soya, would you want to give any voice or remark speech? Soya here? Soya?
Hi, sorry. My internet has been really horrible today. I just want to thank everyone for their commitment and definitely thank the APAPA staff for all your help through for all the interns. And I'm sorry that I wasn't as active as I wanted to be. A lot of things came up this summer for me, a lot of personal things, and I apologize for that. But thank you, Kevin and Tanika, for stepping up and being MCs. Thank you, Peggy, for organizing everything. And thank you, Henry, for working with me. And thank you, Marvin, as well, for helping organize the events.
Okay, so Marvin, would like to have any closing speech?
Well, I just want to say that I'm very impressed with the individuals who have participated in the internship program. As Peggy has said, we had 28 applicants, even though we were experiencing this pandemic, and we were encouraged by the number of people who were interested in the program. But and we are very happy with the individuals that we were able to select for the program. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, I think it's very important that that you continue to show interest in civic and public activities. It's important that we, excuse me, that not only the work that Henry, Peggy, and I are involved with, but hope that you will also be interested in being involved also, to the point where you'll be interviewing people for your internship program. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you. So thank you for joining today's ceremony. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Be well.
Bye. Thank you.